like mine. Got it. Man, I need it. Water, tell like water. Need it, tell like water. Dog, show dog. She's I'm not beating. Yeah, I bet I put on a see it. Put on a bus. Have it gone by the weekend. Water. I'm on the deep end. I'm on the deep end. Yeah.
I can't see it, thing fake what? I can't see it, thing fake what?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Detroit Pistons and the Toronto Raptors. We'll take a look at the Raptors. Single game elimination format, and they hold the all-important home court advantage. Can they take advantage?
And a long season comes down to this. Two teams enter, only one will advance, but their work in the regular season has given them home court advantage, and that is a huge edge.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Fultz. Stolen by Smart. Murray with it. George picks him up. And Tatum puts up a deep three. Detroit, no good that time either.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Bangs home the trifecta. Taking a look at Toronto. And Greg, they must be feeling the pressure of this winner-take-all matchup.
Yeah, I mean, they've only got one shot at this. There's not going to be anything secret about their game plan. They just got to play to their strength.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
And here's Fultz. Powell, no one around him. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. That has an ability to know when one of his guys
Murray, good.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Now Fultz. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
There's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
It's his first trip to the line. That's good from George.
Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. Gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Turner with the screen. Here's Tatum. The shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way. Finished off the break. Howell's got 5 points so far.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Nailed from three-point land. Howell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. I asked him about their offensive strategy given their 0-2 record against this team. He said, same as ever. Get to the rim. Pretty simple, Kevin, but with their athleticism and finishing ability, he clearly thinks it's their best option. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Hacked on the shot, and he'll have 3 chances at the line.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Raptors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Turner. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Back to Powell. That ball's nice speed that time from George. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. He gets it in there. Tatum's got 7 points.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Outside, George. And Tatum pulls it down. Pistons trailed by 9. Driving in. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Drains the three-pointer.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Outside, Smart. Lays it up off the glass.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And stolen by Tatum. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got... And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Raptors leading by 8. Outside, George. Back to Fultz. George with the ball. The shot, no good. Now here's Tatum. And Carroll grabs the board.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that one's good, George.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Murray surveying the D. And it's Murray with the jam.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 8-point game. Fires the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. To the inside. And it's George finishing it off.
George gets it going, and he is a rock right now on offense. Sturdy, steady, and strong.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one at the line is good.
And you know, Jason Tatum is one of those guys who can really do it all. He's got a versatile skill set that makes him a constant threat on both ends of the floor.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Raptors leading by 8. To the middle. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Woo, Tim Hardaway Jr. up and at it that time.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And it's Murray penetrating. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
It's tipped. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Caruso.
Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Pass to Banchero. It's Powell on the wing. Driving the lane. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Gallinari surveying the D. It's 3 pointers off the mark.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Banchero. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Pistons trailed by 8. Here's Vanderbilt. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here is Caruso. Trains it from beyond the arc.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Inside, Hardaway. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It feels like he can take on anyone on the inside. Hardaway Jr. loved the aggressive attitude there.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. Now a timeout called by Detroit. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Raptors leading by 7, and slam dunk by Canby.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
The offensive rebound. Now Caruso. He has 5. Back to Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tatum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And slam dunk by Canby.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Caruso. Canby with the block. Hardaway with it. Hardaway picks him up. On the wing, Hardaway. .24 seconds left in the second quarter. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Just get yourself into the right spot, and Crowder waits for that one to knock it down.
They need this. Right side Bosch. Paul George with the steal. The 3 doesn't go for him. And so it's Toronto with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We come back right after this. And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And finished off by Banchero.
Nice work by Banchero, making himself available for the alley-oop pass. He's developing great court awareness.
Murray, good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Tatum's shot is off. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Powell. 3-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Powell's got 14 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots. Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Pass to Powell. Now George. Guarded by Smart. And George with the stuff.
And Paul George had great position that time. An easy deuce.
Outside, Smart. Stolen by George. Takes a 3. That one doesn't go. And the Pistons now going the other way. Ball's knocked loose. Powell with the steal. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. They grab their own miss.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
For three, Murray. Toronto grabs the miss. Fultz with the ball. Pass to Powell. In the corner, George with it. And stolen by Tatum. Outside Bosch. Right side Turner. And Turner throws it down.
And that's just good court awareness by Bosch, finding the open man for the easy one.
Toronto calls timeout. Raptors leading by 18. To the paint. Here's Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. .143 left for the third. Bosch up on top. Nice D from Canby. Toronto with the ball. Hardaway for three. Bosch grabs the miss. Pistons trailed by 20. To the wing on the left. Down low. Here's Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart rocking the rim.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Hardaway, no good. Now Detroit moving it up. An easy 2 points on the layup. Smart's got his second bucket of the night.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Looks like Crowder feels like the green light is all his on that shot.
Here's Caruso. Stolen by Canby. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Toronto leading by 19. To the paint. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clock at 6. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Trailing by 17. Back to Murray. Fires from the line. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Pass to Powell. Lets it go with the three. And the three ball is good. And the Raptors lead by 18.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And Turner throws it down.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Pistons trailed by 16. Outside Tatum. George with the defensive effort. So it's Toronto now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Off target with his three.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime. And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Pass to Powell. Back to Fultz. Shoots. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And Fultz is a threat in the screen and roll. If you give him any space to shoot off that screen, he's going to rise and fire.
And here is Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Banchero. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Raptors making a change here. Outside, George. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Outside, Tatum. He gets that one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
With the drive. And finished off by Fultz.
The athleticism from Fultz is off the charts. Turns on the jets whenever he's taken off towards the basket.
Scott with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Tatum. And it's sent back by George.
Oh, George has such great defensive instincts, the length, and then the read that time.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Tatum. In the corner, Murray with it.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Now Powell fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Powell's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Raptors. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
George, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Raptors.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Powell with the screen. Jacks up a three. And again, no good by Toronto. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the inside. Back to Tatum. For three. It's good from long range.
Nice work
by Tatum. A better three-point shooter than many scouts thought he might be.
Pass to Anunoby. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't great big in the postseason, huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure